Hey friends, I met a lot of new people in the last week at the New England Quilt Expo, and most of them did not have ProStitcher in simulation on their laptops. And you know what that means? That means they have to actually stand at their machine to go ahead and practice. I'm going to show you today how to put ProStitcher in simulation onto any Windows-based laptop so that you can sit on your couch or in your recliner or wherever you like to sit and play with the program and practice without having to, wear yourself out. There's enough time to stand later, but we want to be able to learn in comfort. So not only am I going to show you how to download it, but I'm also going to show you how to take your designs off your actual tablet and put them onto your computer so that you can play with all your designs. So what you will need to do this is first, you need a Windows-based laptop. No, Apples don't work. Chromebooks don't work. You have to have a Windows-based product, all right? And you can get them for pretty cheap. Just so you know, all of the sewing software for embroidery machines and everything, they just don't play nicely with Apple products. So even though they're wonderful for graphics and things, they're difficult with our sewing programs. So you are going to need first a computer and then a thumb drive, and it doesn't have to be super big. I have no idea. This one's probably like I don't know, 4 gigs or something like that. So you just, you're not going to use it for that long, but you need a thumb drive. Now, on my laptop, I can't use my mouse at the same time that I have the thumb drive in. Now, that's not a big deal, but if you have, if you've taken any class and you have one of these little USB hubs, this is a great time to use it. And so we are going to go ahead and go right to the ProStitcher website and learn how to do this. And then if you are interested in downloading ProStitcher Designer, stay tuned at the end. We're going to do that. All right, here we go. So first, we need to navigate to ProStitcher. Be very careful what you type, or you may get more than you wanted. And then we'll click here. Okay, so now we want to go to the software tab. And I know that there's not one that just says ProStitcher, but we're going to go to software updates. Oh, and I have to sign in. Okay, so if you haven't done that yet, you're going to need to do that. All right, so now I'm logged in. I just jumped through that. And this page will tell you all sorts of things. If you're a member, it tells you how many downloads you have available and everything. But all I want to do is go to software updates again. Okay. Okay, so here we are on this page about how to update your ProStitcher, and there is a video right there, but that's not what we're doing exactly. So if we come down here, software versions and downloads. So we have all the versions that are available right now. So this is PS Connect Beta, which that is what I am going to put on my, now you don't have to do that. You can just go with, if you go with Premium, it will be version 537. If you go with the Connect, let's see what it will be. So it's probably going to give you 835. And I believe that if I go with Beta, it's 837. So, 847. So just so you know, today it is April 14th when I'm making this, April 14th, 2025. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this because I am one of Handy Quilter's testers. So I always try to keep the newest thing on. And I am going to go with this version for Premium. And so if you just saw that arrow go up here to this little spot, that means it is downloading. All right, now I close that screen. And now if I come down to this little folder, this is called File Explorer. And if I click on that, it will pop open like this. And I want to go to Downloads. And then what I want to do is this PS update. And you can see that it's 847, so you can see that. I'm going to double click on that. and it's going to come up with a pre-install and an update. You will need to do the pre-install. So I guess we're going to extract it all first because it's asking us to. So that basically means it's just taking it out of its zipped file. And now we're going to go ahead and run this pre-install. So I'm going to double click on it. It's thinking. All right, don't worry about this. This is a Windows holding us hostage here. We're just going to click on more info, and we know the publisher of this. We're going to be okay. So we're going to say run anyway. So here's the pre-install. We're going to double click on that. And when it comes up to this screen, we're going to say start. And this doesn't usually take very long. It copies some files and things onto your computer. Okay, so it's telling me that it was already installed because this might have been the second time I had to do this, okay? So don't worry about that. It will come up and it will say close like this. All right, and then we're going to do the update. So once you do the install, then you can do the update. So I'll double click on that. And we're just going to click more info, run anyways. It will be okay. Now I say that's okay because you know that this product is from Handy Quilter or ProStitcher. This is a safe product, okay? But if you don't quite know what you're downloading, I would maybe stop when it warns you. All right, we're going to say yes, that we want to allow that. So just so you know, it took a little while for this to pop up, like 15, 20 seconds. So just be aware of that. Now I'm going to click start. And it says confirm if you are ready to install the update, and I am. So when it says finished, you can go ahead and close it. Oh, and then it's going to pop up to the screen, and this is where you need to choose the machine that you want it to simulate. So I could pick an Amara or a Forte. Why don't I just pick an Amara and say okay. All right, so at this point, it appears that it's done its thing. We're going to close this. And I should actually have ProStitcher on my desktop now. There it is. And pretty much every time you open it, you're going to get this little screen. Oh, it says ProStitcher is already running. Okay, if it tells you that, you can usually come down to this screen down here and it will pop it up for you. All right, so some things that are different than ProStitcher on your tablet, just so you know. Yes, the crosshairs are green. That means that you are in simulation. Now mine came up and I don't have any names on these buttons over here, and that's no fun. Okay, so we're going to go to settings and we're going to go over here to display, which is already green. We're going to click on display, and then we're going to click on this button that says touch. And when we turn touch on, you can see that now all of our icons are bigger and they are labeled, which is ever so much better. So just leave touch green, okay? Just don't mess with that. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh yes, there's one other thing I want to show you. So to move your crosshairs, you can't just be in the select button. You have to click on simulate and it will give you this little plus sign. Now yours may look different. I've changed mine to giant and purple, of course. So my giant purple plus sign, but that is how I move it's simulating moving my needle. All right. So if I don't want to be in simulation, I can click to I'm always in simulation, but if I don't want to move the needle, then I can do that. And everything else works just the same as it always would. So you can see my ProStitcher screen right now. This is my tablet from my machine. It is currently not on my machine because my machine is not set up. So when it came up to this screen that looks like I turned ProStitcher on in the wrong direction, right? So we're just going to cancel out of this. And so I want to actually put a thumb drive into the USB port. All right, so far so good. All right, now it popped up to this. I'm just going to go ahead and close that, and I'm going to swipe up down here on the bottom, and I'm going to go into this little, I don't know if you can see it, but it's the tab, that little button that's kind of like the File Explorer button. And now what I want to do is I want to go into my C drive on this tablet. So here it is, and I have the Designs folder. Now the Designs folder, these programs are just on this tablet, but I want to copy this Designs folder onto my thumb drive so that I can put it on my laptop. All right, so this is the C drive, this is the D drive. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag that to the D drive, and I'm going to, it gave me a little window, and I'm going to press copy here. Now this might take a hot minute because it's about 3,000 files if you're a ProStitcher Premium person, but you're just going to let that go ahead, and then when this is finished, we'll come back. All right, so that just finished, and now what we're going to do is also drag the Areas folder. So this one right here, above Designs, we're going to tap that so it's highlighted. We're going to drag that guy also into the D drive. Now we don't use the Areas as much, but it is a ProStitcher folder. So nothing else on here needs to go at this point, all right? So we can go ahead and take our thumb drive out. And now we're going to put it in our laptop. So I'll meet you back at the laptop. It says USB drive F. Okay, don't panic about that. My computer now wants to call the same thumb drive that used to be D, now it wants to call it F. It's okay, because what I can see is that there's Areas and Designs. So what I want to do is come down here to my C drive. So I'm scrolling all the way down here, and I don't see a C drive. Okay, right there I do. So but I want to click on this PC, and then I can click in this Windows where it says Windows SSD C drive. Now, you're going to see that I already have these here because I transferred them actually already. But what I will do to show you how I would do that is so this is where we want them to go, but we're in F. So we're going to highlight those two things. So I'm going to click on Areas, and then I'm going to hold down Control, and I'm going to click on Designs. And then I'm just going to drag them over here to where it says this PC. And let's see if it actually, or maybe I need to drag it into this Windows SSD where it knows that it's, and it's probably going to tell me, oh, it's going to recopy them. That's fine. I can delete them later. All right, so what's happening now is it is copying those designs into my folder. And it's going to ask me, see, replace the files. And I'm going to say, skip the ones that are already there. So that way, if there are any different ones, it'll take care of it and everything will be updated. So now that I'm good to go. So when I am in this simulator, I should be able to go ProStitcher File, Design, Open. And when I come down here, I still want to go, I'm in my C drive, and you can see there I have Areas and I have Designs. So Designs is where we find everything. And then we want to go into this 1-PS Designs. And there you should have blocks, continuous lines, corners, and triangles. Just exactly like you have them on your tablet. And so now you can sit in your recliner, because I'm a lazy quilter and you're welcome to join my club. You can sit on your recliner and play and make edge to edges and practice all the things without having to stand at your machine all day. So that's how easy it is to put ProStitcher onto your Windows-based laptop. All right, I hope you give it a try. Now let's talk about ProStitcher Designer for just a minute. PSD is a program that allows you to edit and design your own pantos that can be put in ProStitcher and stitched out on quilts. If you have ProStitcher Premium, then you probably got this program with your machine. When you bought your machine or when you bought ProStitcher to add on to your machine, you probably got a little disk box that has a thumb drive in it and some codes, and you will need that to register your copy of ProStitcher Designer. Now, if you bought ProStitcher Lite, then you don't own this program yet, and you will need to buy it if you're interested in it. It does cost $600, but if you hang out till the end, I've got a code for you that will save you $100. It is actually a program that I only use on my laptop. I don't even have it on my tablet because it's not the kind of thing I'm going to do while I'm standing there at my machine. So I actually use this program only on my laptop. Okay, here we go. Now that we have ProStitcher Premium on our computer, we're going to go ahead and close that. And we would like to put ProStitcher Designer on here too. So we are going to go back to our web browser. And I am just going to type in ProStitcher again. Okay, we're going to go, oh, there it is right on top. So I can just go to ProStitcher, and I want to go to ProStitcher.com. Now we're going to go back to the software tab. This time we're going to drop down to where it says ProStitcher Designer. Now this is software that anyone can buy. This is a program that costs $600. But notice you can buy it or you can just download it to demo the software. So that's what we're going to do right now. Now, if you want to buy it right now, you can use the code HQKAYE, and that will give you $100 off of the $600 price. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and download the software. See how that arrow went right up here to our downloads area? So we can, oh, and it popped right up here. So it's a PSD setup zip. So we're going to double click on that. And we just have to click one time this time. So we're going to double click on this setup. And yes, we want to allow this app to make changes to our device. And it is already going to town. Okay, welcome to the Install Shield Wizard for ProStitcher Studio. And we'll talk about that in a minute, why it says that. We do want to accept the terms. Basically, we don't have a choice. We just have to. Okay, and then we can go ahead and install, and it will go through the process. All right, so it says that it's successfully installed. So let's say finish. And we can click out of this black box, and we can click out of this screen. I don't know what that's about. Got it. Okay, fine. I was trying to throw things away earlier because this is a whole new computer. Now notice right here we have a little bit different icon. So it's kind of a tealish color, and it says ProStitcher Studio. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now it's going to come up to this page, and this is where you need to put in your information for ProStitcher Designer. So you would put all your information in here, including your serial number. All right. But for right now, you can just use demo mode. And it should pop right back up. Let's see what's going to happen. There we go. Okay, and it always comes up like this, and it asks us, do we want to create a new design, open a design, open recently used? If we click on this what's new, or if there is an update, it will actually tell us here. But we're going to go ahead and create a new design. And oh, it's telling us there's an update available. So yes, we want to go ahead and let it do that. Now, I'm not sure why it didn't just do that the first time. But you know, this is a computer. I don't get to ask questions. I just let it do its thing. So say yes. And it's just going to go through this process again. It's okay. Don't panic. When these kinds of things happen, you don't really control it. but it's not going to cause any problem. Oh, and we have to say accept. So we're basically just going through this whole thing again, aren't we? So this time it's validating and install. I don't know if it was really an update or not, but it's just going to do its thing. Okay, now it says it's finished, so we'll click finish. And we're going to click right out of here. Okay, now interestingly enough, if you notice, our icon is now green, which is, I was a little surprised a couple of minutes ago when it came out teal because I had thought that was old. So it should be about the same color as our ProStitcher, except this one says software. So we're going to go ahead and double click on that. And same here. Okay, so you would go ahead and click on designer, fill out the information if you've got the serial number. But for right now, we're just going to go into demo mode. And it's going to take just a second. All right, so we're going to go into a new file. Okay, so you can zoom in and out and you can use all the tools, but what you will not be able to do is save anything. So if I wanted to save this, you can see that all of my save options, anything where I save or export or print, they are all grayed out. So it's actually pretty easy to download these simulation softwares from ProStitcher. So you can get ProStitcher and use it in simulation, and you can also use ProStitcher Designer in demo mode. ProStitcher Designer costs $600. It is an awesome program and about half the price of some of the other programs that do similar things. If you would like $100 off, you can use the code, and I don't know if this matters, but it's capital letters HQKAYE, HQK. That's me. And that will give you $100 off the program. And then go ahead and play with it. On YouTube, you can find several videos about ProStitcher Designer and really get a good base knowledge of it. It is a tricky program to learn, and if you're really interested in learning ProStitcher Designer, I'm going to recommend you go over to my website at www.ohkaye and sign up to be on the wait list for my Stitch Ready course. So I teach a course that's actually 9 weeks long, and it breaks ProStitcher Designer up into little chunks and gives you some projects to do so that you can actually learn it. And it's kind of fun while you're doing it. It is a big, impressive program, and my students get to do amazing things. Even on your very first week, you will know how to do a simple edge-to-edge design. So go over, sign up for Stitch Ready, and get those programs downloaded on your computer. They are a lot of fun to play with. Thanks for being here. Make sure you like and follow so that you find out when there are new videos coming up, and I'll see you soon.